authentic conversations about ourselves and our community, exploring topics that uplift and inspire us. From personal growth to social change. So grab your teacup and get ready to join the conversation.
Just say it's our anniversary, and we want to cover them to feel comfortable.
What did you write to Sean?
You make my child so happy, I love you.
Take as much time as you need.
I do remember.
Are you ready?
Yes.
In this, where are you?
Hotel night.
3,136 sealed. And this 3152, is it a message after the hotel night saying, I love living in the moment with you. It was our little party, rosé, whatever we were saying. Is that a moon emoji?
At this moment, the prosecution asked for a sidebar.
Jane, jumping ahead, DX3171, is this a message chain between you and Mr. Combs, August 9th, 2023?
Yes.
Mr. Combs writes, movie night off the charts. You say you agree, right?
Yes.
Then the All-Star Night, canceled by the hurricane, right?
Yes.
Then you heard Mr. Combs on a podcast in Croatia where he said he had sex on the yacht trip. You said he lied to you?
It hurt my feelings.
You proposed Zero Bond or Casa Cipriani. Are these two private clubs in NY?
Yes.
But you ended up going to a lounge, right?
Yes.
And after you rejected the new entertainer for lack of chemistry, you called Cabral?
Yes.
And you said that you were high that night and felt freer. You let Cabral do things you usually didn't?
Yes.
And you wrote to Mr. Combs, I love you so much?
I did.
You spoke about the sobriety party. You resented him for it, right?
Yes.
You had wanted to break up with him after you saw him with Gina?
There were so many times I wanted to break up with him.
You were in an Equinox parking lot and you tried to break up with him, right?
Yes.
Let me play you an audio recording.
At this moment, the audio recording said this. Sean Combs' voice, we were both tripping. Jane voice, we need to pick each other up.
No entertainers that night?
Right.
But it was after that the video in Cassie's lawsuit was made public?
Yes.
Before that, would Mr. Combs write Cassie love letters while with you?
I'm not sure. Oh, I remember.
At this moment, the court was adjourned. And that was it for the Diddy trial today. It was really short, as trial didn't start till 1 p.m. Eastern time today. But what do you think about the testimony?
All right. So what I was going to say, sippers, about what we're listening to currently with the Diddy trial. Allegedly 50 Cent's baby mama is Jane Doe, that's been talking about all of the, very cheap and, downgraded way that she protruded around with Diddy, the very known common enemy of her baby daddy, 50 Cent, for $1,000 to $5,000 purses. I mean, these are things that average girls sometimes get, right, from their partners. Diddy was supposed to be a billionaire. Where's her Birkin bag? I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, is she gonna be doing it with a billionaire? Coming from being 50 Cent baby mama, you are doing, freak offs to the extent of, that y'all are doing it, the level y'all are doing it on, and all you're getting is $1,000 purse, a bracelet. Like, nobody is, valuing really their pussy any higher than, what you see everyday call girls get, being that they're supposed to be, some of the elite of the elites moving around with the 50 Cents and the Diddies and the things. So we're going to keep it moving. Full final Jane Doe testimony. Okay.
Please be advised that viewer discretion is strongly recommended. None of the content presented here has been exaggerated or taken out of context. These are the exact statements made by the prosecution team, defense team, Jane Doe. On June 12, 2025, some words have been censored to comply with YouTube's guidelines. What you're about to hear is a voiced-over reading of Jane Doe's testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Source: courtroom reporter at Inner City Press on X.com. All parties are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Listen at your own discretion.
Good morning. Let's look at your message where you said, I feel as your lover, I wanted to please you, push through. What you really wanted was the cuddle with Mr. Combs?
Our intimate time.
Tell me about the mobile TV you got him.
It was an LG cordless. You can move it around.
And see your movies on it?
Yes.
After Cassie's lawsuit went public, how were things?
I came to find out that another woman had the same experiences I had. I put out that energy on him, and he was already down. So, resentment, everything was hard.
A hard month?
Yes.
Let's play the voice note.
At this moment, a Diddy voice note was played. It said the following: I don't want to be in a relationship like this. I don't want to make anyone feel like this. Let's end this cycle so you don't feel like I wasted your life.
Are there more messages like this?
Yes.
Did Sean often say to you, I'm a solutions person, I just want solutions?
Yes.
You wrote, I tolerated, I took on a lot in those rooms, please don't discredit me. And he wrote, never discredit you?
Yes.
You wrote that you wanted $100,000 for each wasted year and more. $450,000, you wrote this, right?
Yes.
And you said you were thinking of hurting yourself, and he said, don't. He cared.
I don't know about that.
You said you didn't have friends at that time.
At this moment, the prosecution objected and the defense rephrased.
I can rephrase. You said you talked about your feeling with Sean because you didn't have other people.
Okay.
Sean still paid your rent?
Yes.
The $9,000 from Bear, you had known him from your modeling days?
Yes.
Did you have to do any work for the $9,000?
No.
The rapper you mentioned, he was close with Mr. Combs?
Yes.
This rapper, they would record together. He's also an icon in the music industry?
Yes.
You went to the birthday with the rapper's wife or girlfriend. Did you know Anton traveled with them?
Yes.
And Mr. Combs knew?
Yes.
When Anton was having sex with the woman, how many people were in the room?
7 or 8, just watching.
The rapper was flirting with you?
Yes.
You flashed your breast to the room. Who asked you to?
It was just the moment
What did the rapper say to you?
that he had always wanted to f me.
So he had a crush on you.
Yes.
How did you bring up Cabral?
They asked if I knew anyone else in the lifestyle. I said yes. At the time, I thought Cabral as a safe and confidential person.
That was for the rapper and his partner?
Yes.
How did they know to ask you?
Maybe they just picked up the energy or heard that Sean and I were into the lifestyle.
You flew to Miami around the time of your birthday.
Yes.
He set up a grandiose birthday for you?
Yes.
There were candles on the walkway?
It was very romantic. His heart was beating.
Was your heart beating as well?
Yes, I was just about to say that. It's all painted pink and silver. A 5-course dinner. What I wanted for my lover.
No ecstasy at the dinner?
No, none.
Afterward, you took a pill and he took a pill and Don came over?
Yes, at 1 star.
You said you were willing to have sex with Don because of the birthday party?
Yes, it was nice.
This is between you and Paul Arthur, in which you asked, do you have plans for Valentine's Day?
Yes.
You said you wanted to see Paul as a person?
Yes.
You said after Cassie's lawsuit you saw changes in Sean?
Yes.
You said Sean would write to you, I'm single, I'm polyamorous, and that hurt you?
Yes.
After the lawsuit, he went to saying, we are in a relationship. You are my girlfriend. That meant a lot to you.
It did.
When you saw the video of Mr. Combs laying hands on Cassie, you felt sick?
I did.
That was not the man that you knew, right?
Right.
At this moment, there was a sidebar. Then they continued.
You remained in contact with Mr. Combs after the video?
Yes.
You stayed in Miami with him for a few days, then left?
I did.
He flew to LA in June with his children?
Yes.
Fair to say Mr. Combs posted about his road trip with his children on social media?
Yes.
This is a photo of how you set up the house. Some set up by you, some by Jonathan.
Yes.
And this is a big bottle of Cliquot.
Yes.
And this is a photo on the patio, right?
Yes.
You were drinking champagne?
Yes.
Now it's 8:30 p.m., already dark outside. Tequila shots, but no ecstasy yet. Right?
Yes.
Jonathan brought the candles?
Yes.
Play the video. Half an hour later, you were fighting, right?
Yes.
You testified you called him a pedophile even though you knew she was not underage?
Right.
And you pushed his head into the counter?
I did.
You had never had a physical altercation with him, right?
I had not.
You pushed medium hard?
Yes.
And you threw a candle at him?
Yes.
When you say you locked the door, was it a button?
Yes.
So he did not force a physical lock, but a button lock.
Right.
What was he saying?
That I'm crazy. A lot of yelling.
You go in the closet.
Yes.
You take your working out seriously, right?
Yes.
But you did not put on active wear, but rather a dress. Why?
Because I could put it on easily.
After the altercation, and you ran and hid behind the wall, where was your phone?
Back in the house.
When you went back, you saw Mr. Combs?
He was out on the street.
This had been hours?
It had.
You were angry and screaming, called him a pedophile?
I called him a monster.
But he didn't kick you again.
He didn't.
You punched him in the back of the head and he punched you?
He punched me twice.
While you fought, Mr. Combs was yelling, you're trying to get me to never see my kids again, right?
Yes.
You said he was dragging you by your hair, right?
Yes. I was telling him to stop.
You got his phone?
Yes.
And you called the woman in Miami?
Yes.
You asked her, did you go to the Grand Canyon with him? I'm asking you woman to woman.
Yes.
And she said, you're worrying about wrong things, woman to woman.
Yes. I told her, he's beating my ass. Then Sean hung up the phone, and she called back multiple times. His phone lit up.
Did she call you a bitch?
Yes.
Did you talk about her previous relationships?
Maybe.
Then after you called Jonathan, you were in the shower naked, but Mr. Combs was in pants?
Short.
And you called him a son of a bitch?
Just a bitch.
Okay, just a bitch. Then he slapped you?
Yes. Hard.
Then he tells you to put on an outfit,
Yes.
and he grabs your phone.
He went into the messages and said hi to Anton in the text thread.
It's about the night in January you sent to Las Vegas.
Yes.
How far is it from your home in the gated community to the gate?
A minute or two?
So, like half a mile?
Yes. I drove and let Anton in.
Champagne and tequila, but still no drugs?
Right.
You and Sean go into the bedroom. You told him you went to Vegas?
Yes.
You told him you flashed your breasts?
Not then.
You told him you'd referred Cabral to the other rapper?
Not yet.
Did Mr. Combs yell at you? How could you go to another man's freak-off?
Yes, he yelled that.
Then you say Sean told you, go out and A him, and you said no?
I said no. Then he pushed a pill in my face.
But you didn't have sex with Anton?
Not that kind of sex.
You gave Anton oral sex?
Yes,
Then Sean dismissed him? You told Anton you'd send him money later?
I did.
This was the first time you didn't have an intimate moment with your partner after the entertainer left?
Yes,
And he said again, I can't believe you went to another man's freak-off?
yes,
Talking about that rapper?
yes,
He just kept saying, how could you have gone to another rapper's freak-off?
yes,
After that, you called and texted each other?
yes.
You went to see him and broke up?
We had 8 or 9 hours of breakup conversation.
You saw him traveling with another woman in Wyoming and it upset you?
I was at home with a black eye.
You hadn't had forced intercourse with Anton?
It was forced oral sex.
Mr. Combs says, I'm not going to belittle myself for someone named Bear or for my friend. That means the rapper, right?
Yes,
Mr. Combs wrote, sorry I didn't take you on trips. I was tripping. The baby daddy, you and KK would have talked yourself into paranoia. You didn't get along with KK.
I didn't.
You bring up OnlyFans there. You'd been on it for 4 or 5 months earning well, right?
Yes,
You asked him why he couldn't balance it, hotel nights and private travel.
right?
You wrote, did the other girls just pressure you more for trips and I didn't? I just want to know where I went wrong. Mr. Combs said, that is my friend. I was okay where we should stop. You said, we broke up and I went to one birthday party, not with the rapper, but with my friend. You wrote, I don't even have anything postable. You meant Instagram?
I did.
You wrote about your child's father. You said, I'm in my late 30s. I don't have time. Play more video. That last part, that's about your child's father?
Yes,
You wrote, I just wanted to travel with you.
yes,
You sent the clown emoji and said, if I more, I could have gone on trips. Then you went to Miami and stayed in the Four Seasons. You chose that hotel, right?
yes,
You took drugs and laughed and danced.
yes,
You were finally getting the princess treatment you wanted.
yes.
Then you told Mr. Combs that you really missed Paul.
I had taken ecstasy, but I did miss Paul.
You called Paul and he came in a few days. You were at 2-star.
Yes,
And it felt good. A love fest.
yes.
On June 1st of this year, you had a new memory of Mr. Combs splashing water on you, right?
If I may explain.
Just, did you tell the government that on June 1st?
Yes,
Why did you call yourselves Kobe, Jordan, and Shaq? Why are you Kobe?
because I'm the best.
And why is he Jordan?
Because he's the best.
And this about Pamela Anderson, Melons. What do you say?
I wrote, you are definitely my Michael Jordan, and I am Kobe, detox weekend.
You say, good morning, handsome, and he says, can you please find a therapist?
Yes, we loved each other, but there was toxic stuff.
But it ended on a positive note.
Yes, it did.
No further questions.
At this moment, the redirect began.
G101, page 6 and 7. Pull them up. Can we zoom in? What did Sean write to Paul?
He wrote, I'm gonna need you to persuade you.
Had you seen this before?
No,
What did you write to Paul about Turks?
I'm not a robot, just a mix of tired, hungry, sore.
Next,
To insult me about the bracelet to make me perform, it crushed me.
what else did you write?
In that room, I felt like a hoe.
Then what?
The love contract. He's so good to shower me with affection with violating sex exploitation in between. I could compartmentalize the bad stuff.
In May of 2021, did you ask for a condom?
Yes, Sean resisted but then gave in.
But then next time,
He mocked him.
did Sean let you use a condom?
Yes,
Did you ever want to have sex with Cabral?
no.
Did you fake orgasm with entertainers?
Yes, I was putting on a show for Sean.
When did Sean threaten to release video of you?
December 2023. I called KK.
Sean's drug use. How did you send cues you were tired?
Make little faces kind of size.
How did Sean respond?
Push through. One more round.
How did you try to avoid setting up hotel night?
I try to navigate the night to something else.
How many times did you have hotel nights in 200 Mapleton?
Once,
2-star?
3 times,
1-star?
1 or 2. I felt it was unfair, all of the pressure.
What do you mean?
Those nights with other men. I was asking, why do I have to break my boundaries and still you treat me like this?
What's this text?
The All-Star Fantasy play.
What did you send Sean?
A photo of my bloody tampon.
What did you write?
I got childcare and said, you pick, Then everything went left. I said, I just got my period. I handled first school week.
In 2023, did you become more vocal about wanting to stop hotel night?
Yes, he started paying my rent. I had to maintain my livelihood. My partner was in charge now.
By the sobriety party, how many times did he threaten your rent?
Many times.
That time after you threw up, what did Sean do?
He told me to go back out there and have sex with another man.
Was Sean affectionate with you when Anton was in your home?
No, Sean was evil.
When did Sean say when he gave you the ecstasy pill?
He said, "You're not going to ruin my night. Go suck some dick. Go fuck him. Something."
How long before that he had put you in a chokehold?
At this moment, the defense objected, and it was sustained.
Did he choke you with his hands or his arm?
Arm.
And in the shower, how hard did it hit you?
So hard.
Then what did he say?
He said, "Get in a f***ing outfit."
When you hid for 2 hours, could Sean have left safely?
Yes.
Did you want to have sex with Anton that night?
No.
Who made you?
Sean.
Would you give all the money back for no sex with other men?
Yes.
Why are you here?
I got a subpoena, and I'm here.
No further questions.
At this moment, the recross began.
Did you drive to pick up Anton?
Yes.
Could you have left?
Yes.
The only time that nothing sexual happened between you and Anton was January 2024, right?
Right.
Anton drove his car into your compound?
So I'm gonna stop it right there and sip some tea. So, do you guys believe they are alleging that this is 50 Cent's baby mama who was the alleged Jane Doe? Do y'all believe her? Do y'all believe that she would have stopped, doing the freak offs for no money? Do you think that she regrets it? Would she take it all back? Drop that in the chat along with your teacups. And remember, when you come in to lift your teacups up, because we are sipping all Diddy tea this morning from day 20 to current. Lots of tea, lots of interviews of ex-workers, things like that. We're going to get into all the tea today. So also like and subscribe.
Yes.
You let him in?
Yes. As requested.
You lift heavy weights?
Yes. But a woman's power does not override a man's.
Did you hit Sean's head against the counter?
Yes.
You'd see the Intercontinental video?
Yes.
Did you refer Cabral to another rapper in January 2024?
Yes.
You were asked if you would give up money to not have had sex with these men, but you wouldn't give up your home?
My child and I live there. It's hard.
You get $5,000 a month child support?
Yes.
Your child's father is a very rich man, right?
Yes.
Didn't Mr. Combs over 3 years wire you $150,000?
Is that all 3 years of mine are worth?
You believe you are worth more?
I'm going to stop it right there. We don't have to assume anymore that this is allegedly 50 Cent's baby's mother on the stand. From the context of what we're listening to, we can pretty much assure ourselves that this is 50 Cent's baby's mama. How do y'all think 50 Cent is somewhere? Because he has got all ears, all boots on ground for her testifying. How do y'all think he feels? And if y'all know of any commentary that 50 Cent has done about his baby mama being on the stand, please drop that link in the chat so we can go over there and review that.
More than $150,000?
Does he?
What's the most you've made in a month on OnlyFans?
$50,000, but it varies.
You said you were hungry to indicate you didn't want sex, right?
Yes.
Didn't Mr. Combs give you food?
He knew what I meant.
Did he give you food?
Yes.
Did you tell Cabral that sex with him had been great?
Yes, but...
You got Mr. Combs a mobile TV to show videos of you having sex with entertainers?
So I wouldn't have to have sex with other men.
Sometimes you just watch the videos, no sex with other men.
All of it was shit.
But did you?
At this moment, the judge interrupted them and told Jane to just answer the questions.
Yes.
What did you see preparing for this?
My truth.
Did you see records of times you did not have hotel night?
Lucky me.
But there were such times.
Thank God.
How did seeing what Sean wrote to Paul make you feel?
How would it make you feel?
Please answer my question.
Now that I've seen Sean's message to Paul, probably I did have a hotel night.
You're changing your testimony? No further questions.
At this moment, the redirect began.
What violence had Sean done to you before he asked you to pick up Anton?
At this moment, the defense objected but was overruled.
He slapped me.
No further questions.
And that was the end of Jane's testimony. What do you think about it? Do you think
That is a lot, y'all. Let me make sure I got it off. Okay, yeah. That's a lot, y'all. So this whole time, the Jane Doe is 50 Cent's baby mama. Okay, which we knew from previous, commentary, tea going around about her
and Diddy, right? That she hooked up with Diddy. It's speculating that it was before, it was after. We don't necessarily know. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna sip a little tea on this. How do y'all feel about, 50 Cent's baby mama and her current lifestyle that she's taken on as an OnlyFans model? La da 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 da. I'm also over here. Give me a second, y'all. I'm over here working with vidIQ. I'm having trouble logging into my account so I can do my thumbnail. So give me a second. While I'm doing that, I'm going to play the audio of another person testifying, the personal assistant testimony against Diddy. Okay? So I won't leave y'all in lingo with no tea in your cup. Got to keep those teacups filled up. Tanisha Talks Tea. Thanks for joining. Remember to like and subscribe.
Please be advised that viewer discretion is strongly recommended. None of the content presented here has been exaggerated or taken out of context. These are the exact statements made by the prosecution team, defense team, special agent.
We will come back to her testimony, okay? And sip some tea on 50 Cent's baby mama, because that is a lot. That is a lot. Oh. Okay.
Agent and Jonathan Lopez. On June 13th, 2025, some words have been censored to comply with YouTube's guidelines. What you're about to hear is a voiced-over reading of Special Agent and Jonathan Lopez. On June 13th, 2025, some words have been censored to comply with YouTube's guidelines. What you're about to hear is a voiced-over reading of Special Agent and Jonathan Lopez testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Source: courtroom reporter at Inner City Press on X.com. All parties are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Listen at your own discretion.
The government calls Special Agent Andre Lemon. Where do you work?
HSI in Los Angeles in the Human Unit.
Do you execute search warrants?
Yes, 50 or 60 so far.
Did you search 200 South Mapleton Drive in Los Angeles?
Yes. HSI New York asked HSI LA to be involved. We executed the search warrant.
Here's an exhibit. Please publish it. What are these other buildings?
Sauna, recording studio.
What rooms were searched?
All. It is a large property. I went through the objects that we seized, then entered them into our case management system.
We moved to enter into evidence these exhibits.
At this moment, the defense objected, and then they had a sidebar, then continued.
What are these?
The floor plans of 200 South Mapleton.
How do you know they are accurate?
I was there.
How many manila envelopes were there in the nightstand?
6.
What was written on them?
K.
Publish the stipulation. Testing determined in the K envelope with a shamrock on it was ketamine. Is there a safe in this closet?
Yes. It's gray there in the photo.
What was in the safe?
A passport for Sean Combs and a plastic bag with substances in it.
Stipulation at paragraph 15 to 16. Testing found the brown pebbles were MDMA. What is in this bag?
J&J baby oil, Astroglide, and some lingerie.
Where else were Astroglide and baby oil found?
In the bathroom, in the garage.
Show the photos. Where were these boxes of Astroglide?
In the garage.
Overall, how many bottles of baby oil did you find?
200.
How many bottles of Astroglide in 200 South Mapleton?
900.
Let's turn to the firearms found in the residence. What are these?
A Ruger, a Glock pistol, some AR-15 platform.
Show the photo. What is this?
The Smith & Wesson rifle on the chair. 3 30-round magazines. There is a 5.11 bag.
What's that?
Just a bag.
And this?
Rifles and a Mossberg shotgun.
And this?
A drum magazine, large capacity. This one was a 60 round. It had 59 rounds of green tip ammunition in it.
What does green tip ammunition do?
It is designed to pierce body armor.
Could you go look at the boxes of firearms in the cart next to you?
The serial numbers, where they existed, matched up.
Do any of the firearms not have serial numbers?
One did not, this one.
How are serial numbers eliminated?
Sanded off with a machine, it's smooth. Not like it was done with a screwdriver.
No further questions.
You are aware that Mr. Combs has security, right?
Yes.
And every gun and piece of ammo was recovered from the security office, right?
Yes.
There were no guns in the kid's bedroom?
None.
Was the security office door locked?
Not when I got there.
But before, isn't it important? Did it have a lock?
It had a knob. Lock, I don't know. We brought a locksmith, but I didn't see him touch that safe.
We're in Manhattan. We don't know a lot about guns. Sorry. This was a gun safe?
Designed for that.
Why not photo of opening it?
SRT goes in first.
So because of this protocol, we don't have any photographs. So you use a body cam?
No,
In your human work, have you ever dealt with Astroglide before?
only in this case.
Okay, so the baby oil was in the garage.
It was the Astroglide in the garage.
You're from LA?
Yes.
Enjoy, no further questions.
Now the next witness was brought to the stand.
My colleagues tell me Mr. Combs has been nodding during cross. Please instruct him. The government calls Jonathan Perez. Where are you from?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
What was your work?
Personal assistant to Mr. C. Sean Combs.
From when?
December 2021 to September 2024.
How did you learn of the job?
KK reached out to me. Christina Coram. I had interviewed with her for the same job. KK told me to go to Miami for a trial.
What do you mean?
To try the job for a week. I passed the test, got hired,
What was your job?
making sure he had material for meeting, buying gifts.
Where did you work?
LA and Miami.
Did KK and Mr. Combs appear to be personal friends too?
It would depend on the day.
And you and Mr. Combs?
First 6 months, little interaction. It was KK who'd give me instructions.
Then from Mr. Combs?
Yes,
When you were employed by Mr. Combs, were you aware of the term King Knight?
yes. Mr. Combs going to a hotel to have private time with, a female.
Let me show you a photo under seal. I will refer to her as Jane.
Yes, she was a guest.
Did you include honey in your setups for King Knights?
Yes.
Why?
Honey, increases a man's libido.
What lights would you bring?
Red, but they could change colors. We'd get better than at Target, or Walgreens, or Amazon.
Would you make purchases at sex stores?
Yes.
Would staff do cleanup after King Knights?
Yes, I did it. It was in disarray, sheets and towels and oils. We would go to collect everything.
After the King Knight?
A meal and a drip.
Mr. Perez, is this your text message?
Yes, it's me. KK and Joey.
KK asks, how is the setup going? How much longer do y'all need? What did you write back?
I wrote, I got fruits and shakes, and will ask Jane about outfits.
Then KK asks, is room done yet? How did you respond?
I wrote, room is done, now going to store.
What store?
Adult store.
Afterward, KK asks about cleanup. Of what?
The room.
How did you become aware of this video?
A videographer named Brandon showed it to me.
Where did you go?
I took an iPad and went to the office.
What was on the video?
Jane having with a black man and Mr. Combs watching.
Did you tell Mr. Combs?
I did. I told him I found it on an iPad and it probably shouldn't be there. He seemed surprised.
What did KK say?
That in the future, I should bring things like that to her. I described it to her.
Did you speak with her about it again?
KK said she had gotten a call from someone outside the company talking about the video in some capacity.
Did you record that conversation?
No.
Were you aware it was recorded?
No.
Show the stipulation. Seizure of Christina Coram's cell phone. We offer the audio and transcripts. Whose voice did you hear, Mr. Perez?
KK's.
Was Chef K in the theater?
Yes.
Why didn't you say Chef K was there?
I just wanted to minimize things.
Did anyone ask you again?
Yes, Fahim did. Asked me what happened when I found the video of Jane.
Are you aware of how Fahim knew?
No.
Mr. Perez, were you subpoenaed and do you have an immunity agreement?
Yes.
Let me show you this. What is it?
Mr. Combs's Gucci pouch.
What was in the Gucci pouch?
And money.
Now some text. Between whom?
Me and Rob.
Rob says, will you locate his Gucci pouch in his bathroom? What did you say?
I texted. There was no residue and I didn't steal any Addy. LOL.
Meanwhile, what?
Adderall.
As part of your employment, did you have any role in obtaining drugs?
A handful of times. I'd purchase or grab them from someone outside.
Who are you getting the drugs for?
Mr. Combs.
Which drugs?
Cocaine, Xanax, Molly.
How did you pay for the drugs?
Cash.
Where did you get the cash?
Security or the Gucci pouch.
Who in security?
Fahim.
What did your text here say?
I texted, I need $700 for Guido. For drugs.
And this text?
I texted, I'm still waiting for funds from TriStar, Mr. Combs' business managers.
Who'd you interact with at TriStar?
Robin Greenhill.
Did you get a FaceTime from Mr. Combs from Jane's house?
Yes. I dropped him at Jane's house with his supplies. Then he called me a couple of hours later.
How did Mr. Combs appear in the FaceTime?
Angry and annoyed.
Could you see Jane's face?
No, she was turned away.
What did Mr. Combs ask?
For me to say if there had been another female on a trip we had been on. I said no.
Had there been?
No.
How did you react during this FaceTime?
Pretty normal, I thought.
What did you do?
I told Fahim and KK that Mr. Combs was arguing with his guest and that I was going to pick him up.
What is this?
Message between me, Fahim, and Mr. Combs, June 20th, 2024. I wrote, need cash for his guest ASAP.
Do you know what the money was for?
No.
Why did you leave working for Mr. Combs?
To avoid a situation like this.
How do you feel about Mr. Combs?
Great. The same way as when I worked there.
No further questions.
Mr. Combs is a motivator, yes.
He is.
Have you seen Mr. Combs cry? Let me show you something. Give me 1 second. Your Honor, may I hand him a book? 3605.
I can't remember if he was crying, but this does remind me that he was upset.
Look again.
It does not refresh.
You said there was a lot going on. Do you remember the March searches?
Yes.
You saw the news?
Yes.
Have you been in the bedroom at 2 Star?
Yes.
Did you ever see any guns there?
No.
Did you ever see him with firearms?
Never. I only saw security with them.
Because he's a man of note, right?
Yes.
He's a man respected in many fields.
At this moment, the prosecution objected and then continued.
You have worked with other celebrities?
Yes,
And many of them have security, right?
they do.
You mentioned Jane. She was nice to you.
Yes.
You called King Knight's personal time, right?
Yes.
Mr. Combs works long hours, right?
Yes.
Because you worked out of his homes, sometimes business and personal got mixed, right?
Correct.
Setting up a King's Night, was that business or personal?
Personal.
And buying drugs. I'm not saying you did it often. That was personal too, right?
Right.
And buying lingerie for Jane, personal?
Personal.
Did Jane always appear to you to be a willing participant in the King's Nights?
At this moment, the prosecution objected and it was overruled.
Yes, always.
A small amount of drugs, personal use?
At this moment, the prosecution objected and it was sustained.
Can you estimate percentages of your work business and personal?
I'd say personal was 1%.
Mr. Combs needed help connection to Bluetooth.
Yes,
He was not very high tech.
he was not.
Mr. Combs was working on an album, very hard, right?
Yes.
You said KK and Mr. Combs were close, right?
Yes.
But you are not saying it was sexual?
I am not.
The argument you saw on FaceTime, it was a verbal argument, not physical as you saw it, right?
Right.
You learned it was about jealousy?
Yes.
Jane was very jealous.
At this moment, the prosecution objected and it was sustained.
You're about the same age as Jane?
Yes.
Was Jane a strong and independent woman?
Yes.
You made purchases in sex stores with the company credit card,
Yes.
but you don't know if Mr. Combs paid?
I don't.
The hotel was put in your name. You had to go in to set up the room, right?
Yes.
And if the room was registered as Sean Combs, there might be cameras outside, right?
Yes.
We propose this exhibit.
At this moment, the prosecution objected and then they had a sidebar.
So, Mr. Perez, these are between you and Jane. What did you say to her?
I was setting up a King's Night. She was telling me what to get.
She is cooperating in setting it up. Here, the chef says he's making her avocado toast. She asks for hot tea and honey to go with heart emoji. And you replied?
I loved it.
And you wrote?
I wrote, "Have a good flight and dinner. I want photos of you and the gang."
She wrote to you, he's looking for smoke, and you wrote, coming?
Yes.
Your Honor, I don't have any further questions.
Was getting those things for Jane part of your job?
Yes.
Did you ever set up King Nights on vacation?
No.
This item, new hookah, is that personal?
Not necessarily.
And the baby oil?
Personal.
Part of your job?
Yes.
It was TriStar which designated the payments, not you, right?
Right.
And that was it for the Diddy trial today. It was a bit of a hectic day today, as it was all mostly the defense prosecution arguing. But what did you think about this testimony? Do you think this helped the defense or prosecution? And what did you think about Kanye West being in the courtroom to support Diddy? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, we have heard that Kanye West has made an appearance down to the Diddy trial. Okay. However, he was denied access to it. From what I'm understanding, he was not let into the Diddy trial. This is what I'm understanding. Okay, let's keep it moving on the Diddy trial, days 20 through now. Okay, who's got the latest current tea on the Diddy trial, day 20 through now? Let's find that. Okay. Thank you guys for sipping tea with Tanisha. We are talking teas on this Monday morning, all day Diddy trial. Let's catch up on what's what. All right.
It's day 20 of this trial. So, Chris, we've been hearing the jury has from a woman who goes by the pseudonym Jane, one of Sean Combs' ex-girlfriends. And similar to Cassie Ventura, she has been detailing these horrific allegations of abuse and of exploitation. So the defense now has to cross-examine her, as they have done Cassie and another one of the ex-girlfriends. So how do they handle yet another case like this?
So what the government's trying to do is show a pattern of conduct on the part of Sean Combs in what they've alleged in the indictment. And what the defense is going to do is break her down in similar to what they've done with the last two is try to show that she was in this willingly. She was in this relationship willingly, did not leave, and they'll have plenty of text messages, plenty of cards and letters or whatever that'll show that she was in the relationship, she was enjoying the relationship, and that she willingly came back time and time again. All of those things to show she could have left, she could have stayed out when she left and came back. And similar to what Cassie did, I enjoy these things. Every time someone did that, they get to use that to say, you did this willingly.
But is the testimony from the women about coercion and control saying, like, well, look, he paid my rent, he controlled every aspect of my life, is that enough for the jury to convict on sex trafficking charges?
It can be. It just depends on what aspect of this the jury falls on. I say the defense is saying that's not sex trafficking. That's just someone who's a bad actor, who's a bad person, a bad human being. That's not sex trafficking under the law. And so the jury may say, we agree with the defense. That's not sex trafficking. Or they may say, under these elements of sex trafficking, we agree with the government. Yeah. We'll just have to wait and see.
Combs' team is asking for another mistrial, alleging that there was false testimony when Cassie Ventura was on the stand. We're expecting a ruling from that perhaps today. Is this a good move by the defense to keep asking for a mistrial?
Well, so every time the government does something that we feel as defense attorneys that we feel violates our client's rights, we have a duty to make a motion for a mistrial to protect that error, protect the record, so that later on appeal we have something to argue about on appeal. But this motion for mistrial is one that I think needs to be made, because what they're alleging is the government knowingly put up false and perjured testimony and did it in an effort to sway the jury against Sean Combs. And that what they're saying is they knew this testimony was false when they put this witness on the stand. I think they have to do this the way they're doing it to highlight that the government is as a bad actor here. This is a good motion.
All right. Well, he faces life in prison if convicted. You can follow the latest on the trial on air and on the Free Fox local app. Thanks, Chris.
You bet.
Okay, we are following everything Diddy. Why is everybody trying to get Diddy life in prison for this bullshit, y'all? Poor thing. I mean, it's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? He is getting caught up in, what is alleged to be a ex trafficking scandal. But we're just going to keep it moving on the Diddy trial. If you guys think Diddy will get life in prison, go ahead and drop that. If you think Diddy's going to get off on all charges, drop that in the chat.
Australian natives in the chat who moved to New York City to begin her career as a commercial photographer. Oh, just like Mark Leta. Isn't that interesting? She was handpicked by Diddy in the late 90s to manage his leadership team, and she's been with him ever since. Her last tweet from September 2023 is a retweet of Diddy celebrating a puff piece published in the New York Times last year when the mogul was still riding high. So puff pieces are like, articles that get published that are basically just to make somebody look good. It's not like real journalism. It's just kind of like, oh, all hail Diddy. He got a key to the city or whatever. Diddy is not in his accolades.
Okay, that's my girl over there. I'll come back and check her out later. We're going to leave. All things Diddy Bop. Okay, so it's day 24 for Diddy, apparently. Okay. So we got 4 days to catch up on Diddy stuff. Let's go back 3 days. Okay. I'm also working with my little company that helps me produce my YouTube channel. So okay. Let's get into some commentary. See, I want to go back even farther than day 22. No, okay, that's okay. Well, stream 4 days ago. Let's see what they got going on. We are now going to sip some tea from Lion Crime Network. You know, we always use them for all of the latest updates on crime. Okay. So I gotta find where they're talking some tea at, because they watch there we are. They watch the courthouse. They do all of the things Okay. So
I wanted to please you and I pushed through. There were claims that she bought a TV so they could watch their movies together, really focusing on the love, how she wanted to be with him, how she didn't want to break up with him, how she wanted to cuddle with him. I'll tell you where it's really getting interesting today. Her behavior and his behavior after Cassie Ventura filed her lawsuit in November of 2023, because she said when she found this out, she said, now you have another woman who's going through the same experiences as me. She said that this changed Sean Combs' behavior. He was down.
Okay, so right, we should be caught up to learning what has all transpired in the court of the Diddy trial from 4 days to now. Okay, so let's just keep this thing going on the Diddy X trafficking trial, U.S. versus Sean Combs. I looked for, well, I'm going to have a good day of tea sipping of Diddy. So, when things, pop up that we normally do, if I can't get it into a show, then I will come back and do it on a separate live for us. Okay.
There had been a sense of resentment, but he also became much more loving towards her. She also testified that when the video came out, the 2016 video of him appearing to beat up Cassandra Ventura, she said it was a very difficult time for Sean Combs, that she had never seen him act like that before. So you kind of see a strain in the relationship, but she still was with him even after this. So it's a complicated bag to try to understand what is really going on and what this relationship was about. And I will tell you, one of the things the jury may consider are voice notes that were played in this courtroom, voice notes that were sent by Sean Combs to Jane. If we have one of them up, let's just play it and we'll talk about it on the other side.
while they're paying bills on Lion Crime Network. Thanks, sippers, for sipping this tea with me today up on Diddy trial. Everything Diddy today on Tanisha Talks Teas. Let's get it.
All right, we don't have it yet. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring in my all-star panel. And by the way, I'm not going to be answering your questions for the next hour, hour and a half. I know you have questions. Submit them on YouTube about what's happening in testimony today, what's happening in this trial in general. I'm going to bring in my all-star panel too. We have with us former state attorney from Palm Beach County, Florida, Dave Arenberg, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor, Safa Robinson-Ferrer, and with me in studio, Rich Schoenstein, our litigator on hand. It's great. Look at these guys. Look at this all-star panel I have with me. Okay, we're going to take your questions. Rich, I'll start with you because you're in the studio. Okay. This is interesting. This is a question from Skibone21. I've heard about this hotel receipt as opposing evidence to Brianna Bungolan. Brianna Bungolan had testified that Sean Combs dangled her off a 17-story balcony in LA. Is there other corresponding evidence for Diddy actually being at the hotel? So I guess the question becomes, she had the weaker testimony for the prosecution. They presented evidence, that he was in the West Coast. They presented receipts of his breakfast, his travel records, basically say he can't be in two places at the same time. Did this balcony attack happen when you said it happened? What do you think was the support for this attack happening?
I don't know the evidence on the specific attack well enough to tell you. I do think if this case was just about the attack on the balcony, they would have a problem of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Given this hiccup about where he was actually, was he even in the state? I do think that's a problem on that claim, but I also think part of that claim is that Cassie was aware of it, and whether or not she heard about it and believed it was true and felt intimidated by it is actually a separate question from whether or not it actually happened. So it still might be a live issue in the case, even if you're not sure it happened.
And I think there is a message that the jury will see from Cassie to, I believe it's Christina Coram, who, by the way, is apparently not going to be testifying. I mean, there's been no indication that she's going to be testifying. We kind of got an idea about who the next witnesses are. She's not on the list. Shocker to me, because she's come up so many times. But anyway, I think there's a message from Cassie to Christina Coram where she talks about this happening. It does become a question, did she see it with her own eyes? Okay, so we have this voice note up. Let's play it again. This is from Sean Combs to Jane.
Hey, baby, we had a great time. Stay in the light. It's all good. Get your rest. You are the crack pipe. That's my new name for you, crack pipe. Or should I call you CP? But yeah, I want you to.
I don't know about y'all sippers, but I find that so disturbing. Like, that is so disturbing to call somebody a crack pipe. It's just disturbing to me.
Stay in the light. You know what I'm saying? We had a very, very good time together. Like, so much fun. So much fun. Now go rest up. Get in your bag. You know what I'm saying? Got your contract. Find a nice little spot. Put your mind at ease. And yeah, I had a great time. And I really, really want you to get some rest. I didn't know about you throwing up and all that. That's when I was like, hold up a second. All right, get some rest, baby. Love.
Now, Safa, it's interesting because she claims, I don't know if this is the same event, but she had claimed at one point she had thrown up, and he basically was like, that's good that you thrown up. Now we can get the third guy in here, and she apparently had performed sex acts with this third guy. What do you take away from that voice note? What do you think the relevance is for the prosecution or the defense?
First and foremost, I think that this voice note, more importantly, humanizes Mr. Combs. It really gives the jury insight into hearing his speaking and communication with Jane Doe, how they typically communicate. It sounds to me, based on this voice note, that he's incredibly loving towards her, supportive towards her, and things of that nature, which will certainly be favorable to the defense. Now, from the prosecution's perspective, I think that this voice note would somewhat corroborate whatever possible freak off that they're alleging occurred, specifically when Jane Doe testifies that at some point she had thrown up. This kind of negates it because him in the note, he's saying, I didn't know that you threw up. Or then he maybe became aware of it later. So the testimony that I believe she gave that indicated, well, he saw that I throw up and made me continue. There may be a question about that. But I think that this completes the narrative, or continues to complete the narrative for the prosecution, that these sexual acts were taking place, that she was tired, that, she may have had a great time, and he's continuing to affirm her in participating in this activity and having a great time and things of that nature. But I think this voice note actually could go to benefit both sides. But I think there's certainly a benefit for Mr. Combs' sake with respect to actually humanizing him and showing him as a loving individual in front of the jury to an extent. And then we hear reference to the contract which was given, which Jane Doe testified to prior, that this love contract that they came into. So I think that testimony, or this voice note, also affirms that.
So we have a super chat question from Tony Tokes, and I'm not entirely sure the answer of it or what it means, but that's why we got Dave Arenberg. Dave Arenberg knows all, doesn't he? This is a super chat question. Tony, thank you so much. Did you hear about the hidden phone? Thoughts? Now, I don't know if this is about a phone from Diddy or from I don't know what this might be about. Did you hear anything about a hidden phone? And if not, we'll try to look it up.
I'm confused on how one can say that Diddy is a loving person by him calling 50 Cent baby mama a crack pipe. I am just not, there with the terms of that being an endearing thing to say to somebody or call them out of love and affection. Unless they smoking crack, I don't see any reason why somebody would be referencing somebody as "you're my little crack pipe." It's stupid as hell to me, y'all. I still can't rap it. So,
boy, Jesse, the buildup that I know everything, and it's just a letdown. I don't know about the hidden phone. We need to look that up, and I'm gonna Google it right now. I'll have an answer for you.
We'll put that to the side. We'll come back to that question. I'll throw a different question to you. This is from Shop Girl, who's been so generous with her questions as we've been doing these live shows, which, by the way, we plan to do every single day of this case. Jesse, did the defense bringing the rapper and his wife, whose birthday is in January, into play, open it up for the prosecution to call the rapper to the stand? That became a big point during cross-examination today about her attending this party and what she was doing. I don't know who this rapper is. Can speculate. I don't know who it is, but you think it's enough for this rapper to be called to the stand? Probably not, right?
Well, if the defense made an issue out of it and was referring to it, then that would open the door to the prosecution to pursue that and call this rapper to the stand. So it just depends on the context and what was said, how much the defense depended on it. But that's always a big warning for the defense, that you're throwing everything against the wall, hoping it sticks, but then you unintentionally open the door for more evidence. I mean, I always thought that the reason why KK was not testifying in the prosecution's case was because they were going to use her as a potential rebuttal witness, to be like a warning to the defense, saying, be careful what you say. We got the woman who knows where all the bodies are buried, metaphorically speaking, of course, ready to go to contradict and rebut anything you put on.
Yeah, it was apparently one of these sex workers was at a dinner for the birthday of the rapper's wife, and apparently they were asked, "Is anybody else? If Jane knew anybody else in the lifestyle?" I wonder, Safa, are they trying to?
Was 50 Cent married to what's the girl's name, y'all? Was he married to her? I don't think they was married. I don't recall a divorce, because if it was a divorce going on, it would have been very high publicized divorce for 50 Cent. I don't think 50 Cent married the baby mama in question.
And normalize it. Are they trying to say this might be odd, this might be strange, but it's not him trying to cover up a crime? Because
do we know of any other rapper that would tie? Oh, happy birthday to Tupac Shakur, the late great Tupac Shakur's birthday is today. Tupac Shakur would have been 54 years old today. We're going to give a shout out to the show's favorite rapper, Tupac Shakur, rest in heaven. I don't recall any other rapper currently that has a woman that was, engaging in the freak offs to the extent of being subpoenaed to court besides 50 Cent baby mama. So y'all let me know, because I don't know. But I don't think that 50 Cent was married to the baby mama.
I do think that they are trying to normalize it. And I think the reality is, individuals who are in the music and entertainment industry, some of them have so much power, so much money, so much access, and so much affluence that they do engage in some of these things. It's not uncommon that you might hear of a rapper flying out women to Miami to, partake in sexual activity, shopping experiences, or take them on vacation and things of that nature. That's not uncommon. Or to live this sort of rock star lifestyle where you have sex, drugs, rock and roll, and things like that, that all go hand in hand together. So I think that the defense is also trying to normalize it to an extent. And I think that there are individuals who engage in this type of activity, even normal traditional civilian individuals who may live a swingers type of lifestyle. And so the defense is trying to highlight that and normalize that for the jury.
So this is a super chat question from Richard Essiaw, and really appreciate the super chat. Can you please dive in and elaborate about this bombshell phone evidence that was filed June 9th by the prosecution that they're trying to bring in? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put that question on hold when we get Elizabeth Milner on, our in-court reporter. I think she's probably the best person to answer that one. So, Richard, we're not forgetting your question. I'm going to ask Elizabeth that. Rich, I want to ask you this. We have this coming in. Where is it? It was a good one. Okay, so we talked about Christina Coram. I thought she was going to have to testify. She's been mentioned by like every single witness that's come on the stand. Sean Combs, former chief of staff. This is from Naturally Now. Great show. Thank you so much. Will they charge KK if she doesn't testify?
Don't know the answer to that. I mean, I have long speculated that there are a lot of people in this case that are both potential defendants and potential witnesses. And I've long thought that there have been discussions going on between the government and some of those individuals about, would you like to come in and testify, or would you like us to indict you, or something to that effect. Even if there's not ultimately a non-prosecution agreement, there can be discussions like that. So I don't know if that's happened with KK. I don't know if that's a possible defendant in a future case. I will say that the prosecutors here seem laser focused on Sean Combs, right?
Yeah.
Nobody else has been indicted of anything. So they are very single purpose about this.
We've got a question here for you, Safa. This is from Shy. Do you guys think her testimony leans to the defense? I'm assuming they're talking about Jane.
Yeah, I think that Jane's testimony is certainly favorable to the defense. I think that the prosecution sort of had the transportation to engage in prostitution in the bag. However, when it comes to sex trafficking and the racketeering charges and the threats of force and coercion and things like that, specifically to the sex trafficking allegation, I think that Jane Doe's testimony has actually been more favorable to the defense. You have testimony and you have evidence, including text messages and voice notes, that reflect that, when Mr. Combs would prompt her to say, hey, do you want to call such and such for tonight? No, I'm not really in the mood. Okay, that's fine. It'll just be the two of us. Or, they made other plans and watched, their own videos while they were at home, as opposed to actually engaging in those acts. So I think that her testimony is favorable to the defense. Not only that, but as we've learned of what her testimony has become, it's been a little contentious with the defense at times. And it looks like she's testifying and she's showing, I guess what I would say is exhibiting jealousy throughout their relationship. And why did she not get certain benefits that other women may have gotten, including Chanel bags and trips?
And isn't this sad that you, in a sense, fumbled 50 Cent in a way? Because if y'all recall, right, 50 Cent was very enamored with the girl that he has the baby by, that is for the prosecution for the Diddy trial, right? One second, y'all. Um, what was I saying?
Things like that. So it really kind of creates this idea that, where you
Okay.
really
We recall how 50 Cent was so enamored with the baby mama that he had after first baby mama, black girl, black baby, everybody black, and beautiful. Not saying that 50 Cent didn't, love that. However, the next thing he got was with a pick me, right? A woman that wanted to be picked by somebody that was rich and famous and that would give her that lifestyle. That's obvious because listen to her now testimony on the stand about Diddy. Okay. Um, isn't it crazy how she fumbled 50 Cent because seemingly to the public, right? 50 Cent was very enamored with this baby mama. He flaunted her around while he and her were together with their son, little light-skinned curly cute kid. Wasn't their son also the like one of the models for Sean Diddy's kids clothing line? If y'all recall back in the day, remember 50 Cent's son with the baby mama that's testifying against Diddy right now in the Diddy trial, wasn't he a model for Sean Puffy's kids clothing line? I recall. Anyway, how he was just always, showing his kid off, showing his baby mama off. They were always flying private jets. They looked very, luxuriously, lavishly well-to-do, and everything was everything. To now, she's saying how she has had to lay on her back almost every day of the week in these, freak off escapades for Diddy to get her rent paid, for herself to even have a name brand purse. So my. You see what I'm saying? How if you don't protect the essence of the fabrics of your life, sometimes your fibers will start to wear away. And maybe if you have not considerably pulled a Shawnee O'Neal for your life and able to keep up a certain level of financial lifestyle for yourself and your children, you may find yourself, hopefully not, but you could find yourself, if this is the route that you choose to take, living a life as a ex-worker, as 50 Cent called her when he seemingly found out about her and Diddy. For a level of trying to maintain this lifestyle, right? This is fucking crazy. Thank you guys for sipping tea with Tanisha. We're talking tea today, all on Diddy stuff. Let's get it.
forced into this situation, or did you just try to maintain your relationship with him because you wanted certain material things and to live a certain material type lifestyle? So there's a fine line between those things, and I think based on what I've heard her testimony to be, it can actually be more favorable.
It's such a beautiful day.
Something you mentioned, we actually have another voice note from Sean Combs that's kind of on point about this. If we have it, let's play
it. So if you come in for 24 hours, yeah, you always wanted to set some up. Now you got the opportunity. So set some up for tomorrow night. That last vision we had was Don and ATL. See you put it together, baby.
Really interesting to hear that, Dave. I mean, just to give you an idea, kind of a poll, does the language used by Diddy in these audio recordings provide support for Jane's allegations? 70%. Diddy's defense, 29%. Interesting to see that disparity because you can't, it's his voice on there. They're not saying it's not his voice. They're not even going away from the fact that these events, these hotel nights, these debauchery nights occurred. It's the context and whether or not there were crimes and who set them up and whether or not she was a willing participant. These voice notes, what do you make of them?
Well, first off, who's bleeping the voice note? Is that the court, or it couldn't be Law and Crime, right? I mean, we're on the internet.
We can... Guys, our producers, is us bleeping it or no? I think it's us bleeping it, right? It's us. It's us bleeping it. It's us bleeping it.
Okay, well, I think our audience is mature enough to handle the F words because I do think that...
This is a family show, Dave. What on earth are you talking about? People bring their children here. What are you talking about?
Well, if I'm a prosecutor in court, I would want every last expletive to be heard by the jury. Safa is right. These messages, especially when you clean them up, when you take out all the foul language, they do humanize him. And that's where I think as a prosecutor, I'm a former prosecutor, I would be like, I want it all in. I want all the nastiness and gross stuff and the expletives all in there and not totally cleaned up. So as far as whether they help the defense or the prosecution, actually I agree with the audience that I still think it helps the prosecution because it shows planning these hotel nights or freak offs. And, to the extent that Jane hurts the prosecution, I still think she helps more than she hurts because she corroborates what Cassie was saying. Cassie had issues in her testimony too, because at times she consented, and it's up to the jury to decide whether or not they believe that someone can give consent and then take it back. And then maybe say yes because she was coerced into it. It's the same type of dynamic with Jane. Yes, she seemed to be more loving to Diddy down the road, but overall, I do think she corroborates Cassie, warts and all, because life is complicated. These relationships are complicated. It's important that the jury understands that you can consent at some point, and then you could say no, and it's still rape, and it's still human trafficking.
Yeah, one of the things you have to be thinking about here, Rich, is I don't get the sense this. Like when they were cross-examining Mia or they were cross-examining Brianna Bongolan, it seemed to me they were going really strong to say, you're not telling the truth about you being sexually assaulted. You're not telling the truth about you being dangled off a balcony. And you might be making it up for whatever reasons, financial motivations, I don't know. I'm not getting the sense that they're being that aggressive with Jane in that line of questioning. I interviewed Mauricio Padilla for Sidebar, and he goes, she could be a victim. She could be a victim of a toxic relationship. She might not be a victim of a crime, but she's still potentially a victim in all of this. And it makes me feel the way they're cross-examining her and what they're cross-examining.
I mean, I don't see how per se so much 50 Cent's baby mama is a victim, because we all know, okay, if 50 Cent was only giving her $5,000 a month in child support, being the multimillionaire mogul that 50 Cent is, she could just take 50 Cent back to court and request for child support, or however have you. So what we're hearing is that she chose to go to Diddy for another option and, lay on her back and engage in freak offs for her rent, for a bag, a purse, a bracelet, things of that, trips, things like that. So, I mean, I don't necessarily hear victim. Okay, she threw up after willingly taking a bunch of drugs. And, Diddy wasn't, a person that was just like, oh my God, you poor thing, let's take you to the hospital. Like, of course he didn't do that. They were engaging in, illegal activity in a hotel room using a lot of drugs. So, of course he didn't offer to take her to the hospital or something of the sort. Not for nothing. It's like, she still voluntarily walked back to the freak off, even though he asked, he asked her to, like, come on, let's finish this. We got this thing going. Let's keep this thing going. She voluntarily went back, right? So, y'all let me know how y'all see it. Do y'all see 50 Cent's baby mama as a victim?
Examining her about is almost putting the prosecution in the hot seat, saying that her testimony doesn't really amount to sex trafficking or racketeering, and it's the idea of what would be her incentive to come forward and testify. She was issued a subpoena.
And that brings me back to questioning 50 Cent's understanding of knowing whether or not his baby mama was being trafficked. Do you think 50 Cent, if he knew his baby mama was under that type of situation, her having custody of their son, her physically having the son, do you think 50 Cent, do y'all think 50 Cent would have allowed Diddy to traffic his baby mama? This is the G Unit founder. Okay. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, regular smegular men will, go to hell and back in gasoline draws for their family. So 50 Cent being the, man that he is, you see what I'm saying? Gangster. I don't see him allowing
Thanks for watching. Remember to show your support by liking, subscribing, and sharing. It's a blessing. Keep your teacups filled and ready for my next upload. Until then, stay inspired and remember, always stay dipping.